In one of my previous videos, I talked about dating a man who goes to church, but you are confused, you're not so sure whether he is a godly man or not. And one of the points that I mentioned was you need to know whether he is actually delivered from sexual sin. And that point elicited some concerns from some of you. And you are asking, how do you really know whether this man is delivered from sexual sin? And someone actually went ahead to mention that these men can really pretend. You may never really know, even though they go to church, you will know someone's true colors after you are already married. Is when you start seeing things that end up shocking you. In this video, I'm going to address that concern. So stick with me to the end of this video so that you can find out. Hello, my name is Charity Mugeni and thank you so much for liking this video. Thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the family. To help address your concern about how do you know whether your man is delivered from sexual sin, I'm going to talk about how do you know if your man is actually surrendered to God. Because a man who is surrendered to God is actually delivered from sexual sin. The first way to know whether your man is surrendered to God is to find out whether he acknowledges God in all his ways. A man who acknowledges God in all his ways is a man who consults God in making his choices and his decisions. He does not rely on his own will to make his choices and decisions. He allows God, or he invites God to lead him. His footsteps are ordered by the Lord. He knows that it is God who holds his life in his hands, and he knows that his life is not all about him. But he lives to know that his life is supposed to glorify God. So that kind of a man is a man who is totally surrendered to God. The second way to discover whether this man is surrendered to God is if he has the knowledge of the Word of God. This does not mean that he has the whole Bible in his head or in his heart, but he reads the Word and he is determined to practice what it says. In this case, you need to find out if he understands what the Word of God says concerning marriage, about his responsibilities as a man in marriage. And for you to discover these, you also need to be equipped by the Word of God. You need to read the Word of God by yourself and understand what it teaches concerning the subject of marriage, about yourself and your responsibilities as a wife also, so that you understand wholesomely the subject of marriage and the expectations of God concerning marriage. And if you are able to know that, you can easily separate the truth from the lie, because you already know the truth by yourself. No man will lie to you or pretend for too long. Number 3, he doesn't try to change you. He accepts you as you are, as a child of God, as God's creation. And in any case, he discovers some weaknesses in you, of which we all do. He will try to support you and help you live above them, not necessarily forcing change on you. The fourth one is that he understands and respects your relationship with God. He is not someone who will want to discourage you from growing spiritually or from doing the things of God, but he will want to give you the kind of support you need as you try to grow yourself spiritually and even become better. The fifth one is that he has a big heart, in that he is even ready and willing to let you go if it is not God's will. He's not someone who would want to control you and make you stick around by force. But he is surrendering to God's will to allow you be in his life. It is not that he has to do everything within his power. but he is surrendering to God's will. He is just yielding to God's will to help him have you in his life. The last point is that he is accountable to God. He knows that he is subject under God's leadership, and in everything that he does, he knows that he has to give an account to God in his deeds. For that reason, he makes sure that everything that he does in this relationship, he does it in honor of God. He does everything to make sure that this relationship is a kind that pleases God. If you have watched this video up to this end and you haven't subscribed just as yet, please just take a second and push that subscription button and become part of this family. Like the video, turn on the notification bell so that you can always be notified whenever I upload a new video. Share the video, and you can as well leave a sweet comment down below in the comment section. God bless you. See you in the next one. Bye bye.